Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for another daily reading. This reading will be for the next 24 to 48 hours for the collective. Spirit guides, archangels, and divine messengers, what important message do we have for the collective? Okay. Sacred heart. Passion, love, spiritual communion. Now we do have Mars in Cancer, which is quite passionate currently, and we have Mars opposing the Sun in Capricorn. So you guys could be feeling a little bit romantic, passionate, sexually aroused. Your heart is opening up to the idea of love, or you're reminiscing about an old love with Mars going retrograde in the 7th from the Sun. Eternal dance, movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance. So yeah, some of you guys could be opening your heart to an old love or a new love. Passion, love, spiritual communion, sacred heart, movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance. This is very healing energy. So the ice has melted or is melting. This fire is melting the ice that's been surrounding your heart. Some of you guys could have closed off your heart chakra out of fear or trauma or anger or bitterness. And this Mars in Cancer retrograde could be opening up your heart chakra. So now there's movement. You're ready for some progress, reconciliation, communication. Is this a male or female? This is a woman, but interesting. There's an integration of masculine and feminine in here. So some of you guys could have had some sort of imbalance. Too much masculine, not enough feminine. Too much feminine, not enough masculine. There was a yin yang inharmonious dynamic here, and that caused you to close your heart off due to some sort of disappointment in love or relationships, a breakup, betrayal. Yeah, you guys could have been more head-centered instead of heart-centered, focusing more on your thoughts, information, very cold, clinical, detached, objective, rational, Saturn-like. This is where you were, but we see this like flame here surrounding the heart, the homeland, the country, eternal dance, wheel of life, path of least resistance. Okay. I wonder if the wildfires in California have something to do with this here in some way, shape, or form. Somebody's heart is opening up because of this wildfire. The wildfire could be external or internal. It's like our collective hearts are being reopened. So with Pluto and Capricorn, a lot of us shut down. Capricorn's about business, money, Saturn energy. There's no time for feelings. We have to work. We got to pay bills. That energy was amplified during this 16-year period. This Mars in Cancer is forcing us to reflect on 16 years potentially of repressed emotions. Mars in Cancer. So it's like you guys could have shut your heart down over the past 16 years, or you met someone while Pluto was in Capricorn that broke your heart or something like that. Divorces, like Pluto and Capricorn is gnarly because it's all about money. It's about industriousness, banking, business, finance, institutions. There's no time for family or love or emotions during this transit. So we saw like an increase in conversations about high value based on how much money you make, your career, your social status. And what was neglected was like the heart center, the heart chakra, family, love, feelings, compatibility based on not just how much money you make and your lifestyles, but other qualities and attributes, like real, genuine, sincere love. I love you for who you are, not what you have. That's Cancer. So Mars going retrograde in Cancer, that it's like there's a purification happening here. There's a purification happening for the collective. They're purging 16 years or 24 years or 32 years of repressed emotions. They're coming up to the surface to be processed so you can move forward. You're not resisting it anymore. You don't have the capacity to resist it anymore. There's no more opposition to dang. Facing fear, subconscious release, healing. Yeah, this is being healed. What's going on here? Goddess of creation, transformation, creativity, wholeness. I'm not taking all this. Ocean of eternal love. Healing again, creativity, fertility. Yeah, we have this Cancer energy. Cancer is very fertile. I mentioned yin yang earlier. Right? Creating harmony through balance. I'm not taking all these out. Y'all tripping. Should I? Come on now. There's too many cards. But they all relate to what I just said. Loss, grief, sadness, resurrection. Yeah, so you... Resurrection, movement, transformation, release. Something is like this, all these repressed emotions are being released. And I mentioned purification earlier. Y'all are tripping, spirit. Y'all, this is too many cards, yo. But it's 16 years of unprocessed trauma, disappointments, heartaches. So it must all come out, I guess. Nine of Hearts. Fulfillment, harmony, protection. Purification, water, Mars in Cancer. Retrograde. Oh, it's so nice. Many Rivers to Cross by Oleta Adams. Oh. Intuitive communication. Silent whispers of the heart. Sacred Earth Mother. A message of love. So the dream. Yeah, I'm not doing all this. I'll take these 10. Because I want to take out other cards from other decks. So you have Sacred Heart, Passion, Love, Spiritual Communion, Eternal Dance, Movement, Will of Life, Path of Least Resistance, Night Wind, Facing Fear, Subconscious Release, Healing, like Dark Night of the Soul energy here. Goddess of Creation, Transformation, Creativity, Wholeness, Moon, Cancer energy, Ocean of Eternal Love, Healing, Creativity, Fertility, Neptune in Pisces, Trine, Mars in Cancer. Ooh, this is massively cathartic. This is a long time coming. Yin yang, creating harmony through balance. There was an imbalance here. Some of you guys shut off your heart. Loss, grief, sadness, resurrection. This is Scorpio 8th house energy, Pluto energy, 9 of Hearts, fulfillment, harmony, protection, purification, water, emotional cleansing, rejuvenation, intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. So yeah, your heart is being reopened. This fire in California, this wildfire, is actually like a metaphor for like this purification that we're going through as a collective. Oh my goodness. Expect some phone calls, emails, conversations, deep conversations with people from the past who are either looking for closure or reconciliation during the next 3 or 4 months while Mars is retrograde in Cancer. Like, it's like somebody's putting all their cards on the table. So I couldn't just take out 2 cards or 3. There's so much that wasn't said between you and a lover, or you and a group of people, family members. Like this is massively purifying. This is 16 years at minimum of repressed emotions, repressed grief, sadness, and resurrection. You couldn't resurrect or be reborn because it's almost like you were stuck at you were stuck in the past. Immature, infantilized, fearful, paranoid. It's like you were a child. You felt like a child in some way, even though you're older, you're grown. If you're watching this, you could have felt like you were still a child, like you didn't have permission to do certain things, to live your life because of this relationship. Like you didn't have permission to move on. Something was going on where this situation was triggering a childhood wound that was so painful. You ran away from it. You repressed it. And it became a nightmare. It became depression, grief, imbalance. So this is coming up for closure or reconciliation. This situation that you were running away from for 16 years. Again, you could have met somebody while Pluto was in Capricorn, opposing Mars in Cancer. Mars is debilitating in Cancer because it's like there's it's a feminine passive sign, and Mars in Cancer sometimes is reactionary instead of being proactive. So this is the sign that probably looks for permission to express their love to somebody. They're afraid of saying I love you, I want to be with you. They're looking for signs from the other person to express themselves. It's like they want the green light. This is someone who doesn't have confidence in their emotions. Mommy issues, anger with the mother, anger with the divine feminine, anger with women or at women. Even if you're a woman, this could be a man or a woman going through this. Someone's Mars is debilitated either by Saturn, Neptune, and Cancer, Libra, South Node potentially. Yeah, Mars is blocked in some way. So now with it going retrograde in the sign of Cancer, while Pluto is no longer restricting it in Capricorn, it's not oppressing it anymore, because Pluto is about power. So somebody could have withheld their emotions to maintain their power or to get power over a situation. This is like somebody who won't tell you they love you because they want you to chase them. They want you to feel like they don't, like you don't have power over them. Like they're the ones in charge. Like if I don't tell her or him that I love them, then that means that I don't need them and I can walk away at any time. It's like somebody wants to be chased, Mars in Cancer, versus doing the chasing, Mars in Aries, Mars in Sagittarius, maybe Mars in Gemini. This person wants to be chased because they don't have enough confidence in themselves. So, okay, you could have been dealing with somebody who did not or could not express their emotions because they were afraid of being rejected due to some sort of childhood trauma, neglect, abandonment, abuse potentially. Because they did that to you, you responded in kind by also pulling away from the connection and repressing your emotions for them, focusing on your work, Pluto and Capricorn, but there's no more interference from Pluto. Even though they're still in opposition, it's in a different sign. So there's less resistance here. And Neptune is making a trine to Mars. This is massive. Neptune is the planet of forgiveness, release, fantasy, healing, ocean of eternal love, unconditional love. Pisces, unconditional love. You still love this person, and the love you have for this person is going to melt away the ice and the anger and the bitterness that was caused by this Pluto Capricorn situation. I'm going to withhold my emotions, Saturn, in order to gain power over you emotionally, Cancer. I'm going to channel all my energy into my work, Capricorn, to avoid dealing with my emotions, Cancer. That is being reversed, or it's being purified. Whatever is happening with the planet is also happening within us individually. We got fire and water. Aries at 0 degrees of the North Node. Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces. There's a switch between Saturn and the nodes also, and Neptune. So this Earth is being purified too. Oh, by the way, there's going to be some massive floods around between February and March. Massive floods. Because we have Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn in the final decan, and the Sun in the final decan of Pisces. And once Uranus in Taurus is opposed by the moon in Scorpio, and Mars is still in Cancer retrograde, this is a grand water trine that involves most of the malefics. So when you have a grand water trine that involves the malefics, and also Uranus in Taurus opposed by the moon in Scorpio, Uranus in Taurus represents an earthquake or a drastic change to the landscape caused by some sort of a catastrophe, electrical fire, electrical storm, etc. There's going to be a massive flood, or a flood with fire, or flood with water. This is going to help the collective thaw out from the Pluto and Capricorn transit, which was so focused on money and status and expensive houses and expensive cars and plastic surgery and high value, high status and money. The universe is going to bring us back down to earth by way of destroying the things that we have accumulated during Pluto and Capricorn. It will mean nothing. And then the heart will open up, right? Now we'll have genuine connections with people based on who they are, and real genuine love, as opposed to what they have to offer by way of money or career or something like that. Okay. So let me put this to the side somehow. I don't have a lot of space. We'll figure it out. How I got over. Yeah, I feel like you got over some sort of cycle that's ending. Alright, let's continue this reading for the collective for the next 24 to 40 hours. Well, I'll put this to the side. Let's see if this works. My bad, my name. I didn't expect all these cards to come out, but this is a long story that wasn't told, it was ignored, or again, it was hidden or repressed. Okay. Alright, Spirit Guides, please continue this message for the collective for the next 24 to 40 hours. This is actually longer than that. This is for the next several months. This is while Mars is retrograde in Cancer. More information, please, for the collective. For the Mars in Cancer retrograde transit. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Archangels and Divine Messengers. Thank you very much. Purification by water and fire. There's a flood that's going to happen. And like the flood on the planet is going to release a flood of emotions. This ocean of eternal love. Yeah, this is okay. The planet is being purified. Neptune is kind of upset with Saturn in a little, yeah, Neptune's upset with Saturn. Not upset, but Neptune's trying to restore the balance. There's too much Saturn energy on the planet for the past 16 years. It's too much. Neptune is restoring the balance. Even though Saturn is also considered feminine, it's a masculine planet, but it rules the feminine sign of Capricorn. Then we have it in Aquarius, which is also Saturn. Yeah, this is Neptune's like, nah, there's too much Saturn here. It's too much responsibility, too much restrictions, too much power plays. There's not enough love here. Where's the love and the warmth? Where's the altruism? Where's the imagination? Where's the beauty? It's all about money and finance and business and work and responsibilities and bills and status and So Neptune is like, we got to get this back in order. Through fire, Neptune in Aries, and water, Neptune in Pisces. Neptune's going into Aries this year with Saturn. Yeah, they're fighting right now. Not they're fighting, but there's some conflict between Neptune and Saturn. They're both in the same sign, and they're not necessarily homies. Saturn's about restrictions, limitations, responsibilities, duty. It's heavy, dense, imprisoning energy. Neptune's the opposite. It's about imagination, freedom, unconditional love. The divine mother, unconditional love. You don't have to work for me to love you. I'll feed you anyway. Saturn says you're not going to eat unless you work. Neptune says you'll eat because you're here on this planet. This is like the abundance of Gaia, right? Where, if you plant a seed, the trees will grow from that seed, and then you can just pick out fruit. You don't really have to work. I mean, you have to put the seeds in, of course. But once the tree's there, season after season, it'll produce fruit, whether you're there or not. So it's like Neptune's about abundance and opportunity and freedom, and Saturn's like, nah, you got to work for this. Both have their place, because too much Neptune is escapism and addictions and like self-destruction. Too much Saturn is depression and also self-destruction too, because you're depressed and you are pessimistic, and so you start doing things to hurt yourself even more because you feel like there's no opportunity for change. There's no hope. That's Saturn and its debilitation. No hope. Saturn in Aries is debilitated too. So Saturn's going to be debilitated in Aries. It's like it's sucking the hope out of the world. Neptune's like, no, there's a fight between these two planets, a war between the two. Not literally, but kind of, sort of. Neptune wants us to have hope and faith in ourselves. Like, we have the right to be here. We're lovable, and regardless of what we have, or how much money we have, or where we went to school, or the kind of car we have. Saturn's like, no, that's not true. And Saturn in Aries is like the divine masculine feeling deprived in some way. This is like latent homosexuality, someone who doesn't have faith in their sexuality or their masculinity, someone who feels like they're emasculated because they cannot fulfill traditional gender roles due to economic collapse, due to feminism, whatever they call it. Neptune's saying, no, I love you anyway. You don't have to have a job for me to love you. There's going to be a switching of this narrative about a man's role in society and a woman's role in society, yin and yang, harmony. These massive natural disasters we'll experience this year is not just about climate change, so to speak. This is the earth trying to restore balance to itself, because energetically we're out of balance now. And we can see it because there's so many YouTube channels and TikTok platforms and all this content about people not being able to find love and partnership. There's an imbalance of yin and yang. The earth is going to correct this by way of natural disasters. Period. Please continue. Two of water, two of cups. Yeah, love. Trying to bring the love back. Oh, this is so nice. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. The earth is starving right now. The earth is starving right now. The earth needs more love. She wants more love. There's not enough love on the planet because it's been repressed by the Pluto and Capricorn transit. And now Saturn is starting shit with Neptune. Forming that conjunction. It's just no. The Six of Earth is Taurus energy, right? This is about institutions, the orthodoxy, systems, education, indoctrination, conditioning, right? You don't have any value unless you make money, period. The Two of Cups is like, no, this is Cancer energy. I love you as a mommy, regardless of how much you have. This is unconditional love here. So there's like this, not a war. It kind of is kind of a war. Not a war. Okay. You see these antlers represent like wisdom and elevation of consciousness. And the Six of Pentacles represents like charity. There's a reciprocal exchange here. Venus energy, right? So Venus represents harmony and balance. There's an imbalance here. Two also represent balance and harmony. This is Moon and this is Venus. This is the divine feminine coming back online with Mars and Cancer in the form of Kali. California. The wildfires. Whoa. Kali is fierce. She is upset. Not upset. She's not happy. There's too much. There's too much male encroachment on her. There's too much male energy here. She feels like she's being masculinized. There's no balance between the feminine and masculine. It's all been repressed and suppressed. And with Mars in Cancer, which is ironic, the divine masculine is actually now more receptive to his emotions, feelings, love, moon energy. The Two of Cups, restoring love and balance, or the balance of love. Balance, healing through balance. These natural disasters are going to cleanse the planet because it's become energetically out of balance. It's like a washing machine or a detox or something. And Mars is retrograde. So it's reviewing the past, reflecting on the past, reevaluating the past, returning to that which existed before, the beginning, the first, the mother, home, returning home. You're returning home. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, returning home. The planet is trying to restore itself because, again, Saturn is kind of hating. Saturn is intercepting Neptune's energy. It did it at first with Pluto and Capricorn, right? Pluto and Capricorn, again, was focused more on like business and money and finance and banking and, cryptocurrency and like this exponential increase in wealth and like tangible assets, but at the expense of family and children and community and home and the mother. Where's the mommy at? Not enough women are having children. Where are the babies? Somebody's upset. There's a spirit, there's a goddess who's upset about this imbalance here. And she's going to correct it. But also within us individually, we're going to be more receptive to our, not receptive to, but we'll be more vulnerable. And we're going to start to reminisce about the past loves, anger, hurt, opening our heart chakra. More so. I need some more information, please, for the collective. I'm using a different deck today. We'll see. This deck is actually really interesting because I'll explain why in a little bit. Like sometimes you ask a question in a deck and you get different answers. This deck gives you the same answer every time. There's no deviation with this deck, which is interesting. So spirit guides, please continue the story for the collective. This is not for the next 24 to 48 hours. This is for while Mars is in Cancer. have to be really careful February and March, because again, we're going to have a grand water trine that involves Uranus, Neptune, not Uranus, I'm sorry, Saturn, the North Node, Neptune, the Sun, Mars, and the Moon in Scorpio. Through grief, loss, and sadness, we can resurrect and purify ourselves. Rejuvenation, resurrection. Yeah, Kali Ma is tight. Somebody's upset, or some entity's upset about the imbalance here. On a macro level, as far as the planet itself, and on a micro level, on an individual level, we have shut down our hearts. Seven of Cups, confusion, illusions of success. But here, these all represent like talismans or opportunities, Scorpio energy. So this is multiple options here. Multiple options in what? Scorpio. Three of Pentacles. We have this snake or this dragon going around the tree. Serpent energy. Serpents represent Scorpio energy, resurrection, but this is Capricorn. Working together, collaborating. Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Some of you guys there's somebody working on a reconciliation proposal. This is a long time coming. 7 weeks, 7 months, 7 years, the month of July. Someone's working on a plan to Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Consolidation. 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 The energy is too scattered. Boy. This is not an even number. This is an odd number. And this is an odd number. These two odds create an even. Which is Venus again. Harmony, balance. It has to be some sort of consolidation to create harmony. There's too much scattered energy here. Too many scattered interests, confusion, social media, priorities. You guys, there's a lack of understanding of priorities. The wrong things are being prioritized. So that's being consolidated. It's like, okay, for example, someone could have lots of options in love and relationships, and they're comfortable in the dynamic. They were doing that because they didn't want to be alone, was juggling multiple people, but now they're kind of focusing on building one relationship with one person, or they're narrowing it down to two options potentially. Ten of Pentacles, yeah. Right, narrowing it down to two options. Six of Cups, somebody from the past. Okay, so this person had a lot of options in the past. Whoever you're dealing with, this is like speaking on an individual level. The person had a lot of options in the past. And because they had a lot of options, they could not figure out how to, I don't know, commit to you in some way. Three of Pentacles, there's always somebody else in the mix. Always a third party involved. Either job or kid or other person, lover. They stayed distracted on purpose. They stayed distracted on purpose. Now, this could be a reconciliation of a marriage. But we go from Ten of Pentacles to Six of Cups. 7 to 6. Going back to somebody from the past. who they were married to. With the Mars retrograde, it would make sense. And in Cancer, the retrogrades represent the past, and Cancer represents the past also. And Mars is currently opposing the sun sign of Capricorn, which is the seventh house represents marriage and open partnerships. And if somebody's going back to the past to work with someone from the past, or commune with people from the past, collaborate with them to like create happiness and success for the future, the past has to be healed or consolidated or loose ends tied up to move forward to the future. It's like, okay, this person had like a bunch of different girlfriends or boyfriends that they never completely let go of, which prevented them from fully committing to this relationship with you. This person could have been married when they met you. King of Cups, Scorpio energy, yeah. Consolidating all these cups. This is Scorpio too. Consolidating all these cups, all these options, all this confusion into one choice. Death card, Scorpio energy, twice. Dang. And Mars is the ruler of Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio? I mentioned the moon opposite Scorpio. The full moon in Scorpio I mentioned it wasn't the full moon. It was the moon opposite Uranus. Moon in Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus. You see this fire here, this burning, this is intense. Death energy. This is like burning down the wings. And when you have wings, this is like for flight, for escape. You are becoming mortal in a sense. It's like someone who is sacrificing their mortality, their powers for this relationship. So it's like a god or an angel falling in love with a mortal, but in order for this relationship to come together, they got to sacrifice their powers or their divinity in some way. Pluto, Venus, Persephone energy, King of Cups, Scorpio, 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 Capricorn, Gemini, more Scorpio. But these could just be archetypes, not the signs themselves, just the whatever these signs represent or they significate in your chart, wherever they are in your chart. Clarify the Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Yes, someone's consolidating. So we go from 5 to 7 or 7 to 5. Six of Pentacles. Again, charity. And here, this is like somebody being seduced by a third party. I can't get my work done because I'm concentrating on other mess. I can't focus on this relationship because there are too many distractions. The Two of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Right. Multiple options. I can't commit to one person. I'm breadcrumbing multiple people. Because you're not satisfied with yourself. You can't be satisfied with yourself if you're not satisfied with anybody else. Juggling multiple options. You can't be satisfied with other people if you're not satisfied with yourself. So it's like somebody had lots of options in love on purpose. So during the Pluto and Capricorn cycle, we did see a lot of people glorifying polyamorous relationships where there was no commitment. There's a fear of losing power by way of committing to one person. If you have all these options, you can't hurt me because, when you're not with me or when I'm not with you, when I'm angry with you, I don't have to deal with those emotions. I can just call my, my side piece or my mistress, whatever, to avoid dealing with whatever the loneliness is or the abandonment issues that I have that's caused by your absence. Burning this down. So it's like somebody's wings are being clipped. this settling down. With the Scorpio, or Scorpio could be, or they're going through their own metamorphosis. 8th house energy, depending on what the 8th house is in your chart. But yeah, there's a somebody had tons of options. They were uncommittal or non-committal, a fear of commitment, fear of attachment. They have this avoidant attachment style, so they would always say, I'm single, I'm not with anybody, but they were never really by themselves. They always had someone to call, someone to have sex with, go on dates with. They were never by themselves. So that's being changed. We go from 5 and 7 to 2 of Cups. 7 and 5 is 12 plus 6 is 18. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. The King of Cups. Yeah, the King of Cups has mastered his emotions. And because he's mastered his emotions, he's now transformed. He's not afraid of death, which means he's not afraid of losing his identity or his ego or his power to someone else. He's not afraid of losing power. He doesn't have to run anymore. Someone's not running from their emotions anymore. You guys may end up reconciling with somebody from your past. Someone you were married to, you're separated from, someone you, I don't know. Hold on, let me turn this back on. So Usher's bad habit is now playing. It's a Libra. And in that song, I think he talks about how he has a bad habit of betraying his lovers because he's always cheating, basically. He can't help it. Like he likes the attention so much that he doesn't even care about hurting the people he loves. So he could be in a relationship with somebody, one person, and then his ex calls him back, and he's so excited about the attention that he's taking out on dates and they're having sex. It's like this person could be a womanizer or addicted to relationships. Libra energy. This makes sense for Libras. And Scorpio is your second house, Libra, of self-esteem, personal values, money for power. Some of you guys are sacrificing your power. You're not afraid of looking stupid or fighting for what you want anymore. You guys got Mars in Libra, Mars in Cancer, Saturn square Mars, Mars square Neptune. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody from the past you could be reconciling with. It's reversed. The Star reversed. Something that wasn't healed. Something you damaged or you sabotaged. 8 of Pentacles. You're working to fix that situation. This 2s came back up again. The 2s of Capricorn, the 2 of Pentacles represents harmonious change, juggling multiple options, different priorities. You guys could have prioritized work over this relationship, and then not just the work, but now you got side pieces too, or other distractions. There's too much going on here. This person has an avoidant personality. They don't want to get too emotionally attached to anybody. They're afraid of getting their feelings hurt, so they shut down their emotions. But they're always in somebody's face. They're not single. They're always out having sex with somebody, on the phone with somebody, talking to somebody. They're never really single, this person. I think during this transit, that behavior is going to change. It's going to get burned away. It's going to get burned away. You're sacrificing your freedom and your power to be with this person. You're transforming into the King of Cups, mastering your emotions. So now you're not afraid of death. Like when you get married to somebody, you commit to someone fully and you trust them, that is like an ego death. because it's now you're considering their emotions, their needs, their attitudes, their behaviors, their desires, their whole life. Your lives become intertwined. And so you have to like sacrifice your own needs for this person. You have to advocate that. Or you're fighting for yourself. You're, in a sense, you're going to go towards someone who does not need you to do that. Someone who respects your independence, your autonomy, and your power, but who also has their own power. So you guys could have, okay, it can go both ways. You guys could have been drawn to people who needed you because that gave you power over them. If you have power over them and you don't, and they need you, they're not going to go anywhere. So now you can regulate your anxiety about being abandoned and neglected, right? Or you'll meet someone who, or you'll either meet someone or you're going to go towards someone who is very powerful on their own, and that could have intimidated you. You couldn't control them with your money or your swag or whatever, right? This person was sort of the higher octave of Scorpio. They have full and total control of their emotions, and they wasn't going to allow you, or you weren't going to allow them in their deception to manipulate you into giving up your power for money, status, a relationship that was based on second house stuff instead of seventh house, fifth house stuff. So some of you guys could have been involved with somebody for their money, or you could have met someone who tried to use their money to control women or control men. And whoever this King of Cups person was, they didn't fall for it. They didn't care about that. This person's in their divinity, their divine feminine, unconditional love. I love you for who you are, not for what you have. But if you don't love yourself, then you won't accept it. Clap for the King of Cups and the Death card, please. This person forced you to learn how to love yourself by depriving you of what you wanted the most from them. Nine of Pentacles, single, yeah. You were self-sufficient, abundant, not just financially, but emotionally. You didn't need them for anything. Two of Pentacles, I knew that would come out. The two represents juggling, again, different responsibilities. Who do I pick? The person who needs me or the one who doesn't? Who loves me for who I am? Not because they need me for money or to take care of them. They love me because, I don't know, my smile, my personality, other qualities that have nothing to do with money. Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. This person doesn't care about your money. They have their own money, or they have their own value, or your money doesn't mean nothing to them, or vice versa. For you guys, collective, you didn't care about this person's money, and they couldn't control you. So they kind of juggle you with multiple other options. Women who were impressed with their money, with their career, with their swag, with their car. You were like, okay, and what does that have to do with me? I'm already abundant without you. So who cares about your car? If you're an asshole, fuck you. So yeah, this person was used to people kissing their ass based off of what they had and their status. And there's a correction of that on the planet itself. Like people kissing up to celebrities because of the money they have, or Elon Musk because he's rich. That's going to change over the next several months. That's going to change. People will not care about how much money you have. Your card, nothing. It will mean nothing. It'll mean nothing. Pluto's in Aquarius, which is like the collective. This is, power to the people, not to the king. Power to the king was Pluto and Leo. That's why all these old Congress people born in the 40s and 50s don't want to leave, because that's Pluto and Leo. I don't want to advocate power. It's about my own personal benefit. Fuck the country. I'm 80 years old, still in office. I don't care about y'all. I just want to be in charge. Pluto and Aquarius is like, we all are in charge here. We're all going to rule. This is the French Revolution. This is the sort of the lower class, or the plebeians or the peons, overthrowing those in power. So yeah, your money is not going to impress this person, I think, or or you're not impressed with this person's money. They felt disempowered because of that. Because everybody else was like, "Oh my God, you have so much money. You're so successful. I want to be seen with you." You're like, "Okay, so." Not to shit on it, not to hate. It's not hate at all. It's just like, okay, what does that have to do with you as a person? If you're trash as a person, why should I care about your money? Okay, spirit guides, please continue the message, please, for the collective. Will there be a reconciliation between the collective and this person? Or not even, actually that's it. Will there be a healing or purification of the world? I feel good all over. Stephanie Mills playing. Yeah. You guys are really healing. Congratulations. If you wanna know how I feel good. And baby, I'm gonna get a enchanted map message too. Images distort. Trust is obscured. No. Yes. Your dream take flight. Fluttering around busy. Yes. Open to suggestions. Front and center steady. So, if you're still delusional about this person and yourself and who you are, this is not going to work. Trust is obscured because you're lying to yourself, or they're lying to you, or you're lying to them about what's going on here. This is Neptune energy. Images distort. Trust is obscured. Now, the answer is yes, if your dreams take flight, fluttering around busy. If you're just handling your business, taking care of your life, not worrying about this person, right? Paying your bills, going to work, I don't know, creating something, there can be reconciliation where this relationship can actually take flight. It can get past the 3 of Pentacles or the 4 of Pentacles even, to get to the 8, 9, or 10 if you're not just focused on them. This is also kind of like Scorpio energy, the ego. This is a dove here. Peace, harmony, love, healing. This is about you though. Also, open to suggestions, front and center, steady. Open to suggestions, front and center, steady. Being open-minded and receptive to this process. Acknowledging your wrongdoings. Apologizing for your mistakes. Steady. You see this in the background. You got to speak to this person and like have honest, clear communication, and be open to the possibility that you made mistakes too. Front and center, steady. You have to also exemplify the qualities and characteristics you want this relationship to have. So if you're not steady and you're inconsistent, then the relationship is going to be the same way. So you have to kind of be what you want to experience, in a sense. The internal must match the external here. If you want a steady relationship, then be a steady person within yourself first, right? Focusing on your dreams, staying busy, not doing nothing and being, not productive, but not centering this person, not making them your whole life or your whole identity. All right, spirit guides, please continue the message for the collective. Protecting treasure, 39. You're always protected and divinely directed. Although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level, You are able to move forward safely and securely. This is the move forward card. Move forward. Movement. Wheel of life. Path of least resistance. The trine. The grand water. There's a trine between. Actually, the trine is going to be activated when Sun enters Pisces. But there's a trine between Mars and Neptune currently. And the Mars-Neptune aspects can sometimes indicate fighting for your love, fighting for what you want the most, sacrificing yourself for what you believe in. Mars trine Neptune. And doing so in a way that's not self-destructive. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound no matter the fluctuations in the world. This is steady, stability. You have to be stable here, mentally and emotionally. Don't let what's happening outside of you affect what's going on internally. There has to be balance here too. There's Two of Pentacles. In this deck, the Two of Pentacles they're not on different levels. They're actually even. They're equal. They're on the same level. One is not up and one is not down. So this is like balance. My nose is itchy. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you. Silent whispers of the heart. Intuitive communication. You know this person's coming. You can feel them. Making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You are not alone and have no need to fear. Embrace your courage. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You have no need to fear death. Embrace your courage. It takes courage to die. Not physically. I'm not talking about physically. But to go through an ego death where you are abdicating or sacrificing your personal power for the sake of a relationship. To merge with somebody else. Right? To be vulnerable with them or for them. To not be afraid to look stupid or desperate. I'm not saying be delusional. I didn't say be delusional. If this person's already married, if this person's in a relationship and they told you they don't fuck with you like that, don't be dumb. But if there's, if you guys were going somewhere and then things ended abruptly for no reason, and they're single right now, and there's nobody else in the mix, then perhaps you should consider reconciling with them at some point. They're going to come back to you, or you're going to go back to them within the next couple months. If there was really something significant here. If it wasn't, then it won't happen. Embrace your courage. Let me get one more card and I'm out. All right, spirit guides, please continue the message for the collective as it pertains to this story. What else do they need to know? Wish come true. Neptune in Pisces, trine Mars in Cancer. Moderation, patience, flowing, self-realization, manifestation, gateway, taking action. You're in for a lucky break. Now, Saturn conjunct Neptune can sometimes indicate wishes coming true because Saturn's about the material, the practical, the tangible, the realistic. And with Neptune being here, it's like bringing down a wish from the ethers into the reality, right? Until the 3D. That's a possibility, even though Saturn's still a hater. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You'll find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence, but a gift of fate. One more, please. 1111. It's currently 9/11. 11s are master numbers, representing spiritual development. Someone who is a teacher, the collective. 13, starting fresh. Encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, communication. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. Okay? So, to sum it up really quickly, the earth is purifying itself to sort of balance some of this Capricorn masculine, Pluto and Capricorn energy that has suppressed the divine feminine, suppressed the divine mother, Gaia, Kali, whatever, that feminine energy. Well, Kali is up here to like kind of restore balance. She's not happy. She's a very vicious spirit, just because she's not like Demeter or Persephone. They're more gentle. Or Isis. That's not her. Kali is like Lilith. She's a destroyer. So if there's no balance on the planet, I'm going to make the balance. I'm going to restore myself by way of fires and storms and other natural disasters. Okay? With me. I love this song. Help me. Someone's gotta help me. I think this song's about it's called Hollywood Forever Cemetery. This man burying his girlfriend who died of a drug overdose. The burial could be literal or figurative through this song, but somebody's burying an aspect of their identity. The fear, the anger, resentment, the pettiness, power dynamics. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do the bi-weeklies in a little bit. Thank you for listening. Look forward to your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.